What's going on, everybody? It's Novell J. Lee with the Buzz at Buzzworthy Radio. I finally had the chance to sit down and speak with on the podcast Conner Floyd, who plays the role of Philip Chance Chancellor on CBS Daytime's The Young and the Restless. And I did kind of explain what I would like to see for the character of Chance coming up. I may or may not be getting my wish. And what exactly was it that I said that I would like to see? Well, you're going to have to listen to it and find out. And for those of you who don't know, I am wearing a Kelly Green jersey. And yes, Kelly Green is for my Philadelphia Eagles. And that may or may not also have been discussed in this conversation. And we also got into much, much more with him. I was so glad we got the chance to speak to him. And now you guys get to hear it too. So here it is, our interview with Conner Floyd. Check it out.
What up?
Oh, it seems like this has been years in the making that I
Hey, dude,
finally get you.
I didn't even know you had a podcast. I'm stoked.
You stoked? Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, yeah, man. Seven? No, wait. November marks 18 years doing this. Oh my
Oh,
God.
right on. Yeah, my bad. I thought you were just straight interviews.
I mean, I do that too, but
Yeah,
come on.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That comes with the territory at this
Come
point.
on.
you know but dude, I'm so happy you're here. I mean, this has been something that I've been wanting to get done with you for quite some time, ever since we saw each other at the 50th. And every time we see each other at the Emmys, I'm going like, when am I going to get this cat on my show? And I finally made it happen, and here you are today. So I'm so fucking pumped to be here with you, man,
Well, I'm stoked too, man. I appreciate you having me.
in spite of the fact that you freaking hate the Eagles, and you kind of
Yeah, I'm sorry, man. Y'all, that was a good game
Are
the other
you sorry?
day.
Are you sorry? Because I was not sorry when I did it to you the week after that. So
I grew up a Cowboys fan. I think I've told you this. The Cowboys really, really disappoint me, but now I root for the Bucks. I got a buddy that plays for the Bucks, and it feels so much better when your friends win than when your team wins. And so I'm all aboard on the Bucks train now.
I kind of will give you a pass then, because
Yeah.
you went from the Cowboys, which I hate,
Cowboys disappoint me too
and
much,
then
man.
you went
It's
you went to
hard.
somewhere else. So you know
Yeah,
what? I will give you a fair shake right now.
I
I'll
appreciate
let you slide on this for the time being.
it.
So
The Eagles look good the other night too. I like
did they?
they
Because
started off a little rough, but then they picked it up.
yeah, they
I
picked
think
it up, and it was still a bad game. It was
I know.
awful.
I think Jordan Love going down helped them.
I mean, the field also wasn't. I mean, listen, I don't.
Yeah, I know. They kept talking about the field, and that was interesting.
But it was on both sides though. But it was also, the two turnovers in the first quarter, and it was just, oh my gosh, they got to do better. But hopefully, when they play Monday, yeah, Monday, this coming Monday,
Who
it'll
they
be
got this week?
the Falcons. They play
Oh,
Monday.
okay.
Yeah, so yeah, we'll see how it happens, because we always start up here, and then all of a sudden we get to playoffs, and then it's like you disappoint me every freaking year.
Well, y'all better at least let old Drake London eat because he's on my fantasy team. I need
On
him
your
to have a big day.
ah. I haven't done fantasy in so long. I now got to get back into it. So,
Yeah, I'm kind of new. I'm kind of new on it, but now I'm like I'm in it. I was so against it, for the longest time. My
why
boys
are
were
you
always,
against it? No, no,
I don't
seriously.
know. I just like I didn't find any interest in it. I was like, I just want to watch the games, I just want to watch who I want to watch. But now I watch all the games and I'm really invested in it because I got all these players. I'm trying to win.
You trying to win? Honestly, I was also against it at the time, because like you, I was going, I don't understand this. Like, why are we
Yeah.
doing this? And I'm literally just watching the game. But seriously, it's competitive, and
Yeah.
I I love it. I love the whole entire thing. So you know what? Now that I got into it, I'm going like, so when's the draft?
I know. I'm like balls to the wall, man. I'm a full manager. I'm always checking stuff, watching videos now, trying to
Yeah.
win.
That's it. That's it. We're here to win, and we're here to talk to you too. I mean, listen, you got some stuff going on. I mean, obviously, it's been 3 years. Wow, 3 years
Yeah,
since we
three
started.
three years in October.
3 years in October. That was the best birthday present, don't you think? Uh,
Yeah,
when you got that show,
it
and
sure was.
I mean, honestly, I mean, what did you say about that for being on the show? You got to be a part of the show when it celebrated a milestone, and Justin just being surrounded. We kind of touched on it when we were at the party, but we really didn't get a chance to really talk. But um, being a part of this canvas, so many heavy hitters on this show and getting to be a part of some of that in these past 3 years. What has been the most worthwhile thing for you on that cast and on that show?
I think it's just being part of that family. I think, what we got going on over at Y&R is really special, and I think it's very rare where everyone gets along, everyone's on the same page, everyone's on the same team. I mean, everyone's so professional, very welcoming to newcomers as well. And yeah, I feel very blessed to go to work with these people and get to know them after these 3 years that have just flown by. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, just be a part of the team, be a small piece of the pie.
I can't believe how quickly it's come because as you just said, it just flew, and I'm just literally sitting here going, yeah, I honestly thought he just started last year because of how
I
quickly,
know.
like
It
I was
feels like that sometimes.
literally looked it up, and I was going 2021. Are you serious? And then
Yeah.
so it was just it just kind of blew me away a little bit too, and Chance has been the cop, and then he got shot, and then he had gotten to business, and now he's trying to find
Doing
some.
everything.
He's doing everything, and he's trying to find also in the midst of that romance of his life, and it doesn't seem like it seems now he may have found someone who finally kind of is with him, but I'm also kind of sitting here going like, I don't think that's gonna last
You
either.
know how
Gonna
soap
come back.
operas work, man.
Listen,
Yeah. Once everything's looking good, there's a big crash coming.
you already know. I mean, listen, this is someone who hasn't been out of this game for too long. I've been in this game since '90,
Yep.
and listen, I started watching when I was 5, and I even already knew the tropes then. So I'm going
Yep.
like, oh, they're happy. Somebody's about to come in and wreck
Soon
it.
as somebody gets happy, it's
Soon
like
as they get happy,
it hits the fan.
but it's always me guessing who's going to be the one that cheats on them first. And
Yeah.
I'm always like, it's gonna be the guy this time. And then if they get back together, then I'm going like, no, now it's gonna be the woman. And then it's like sometimes they surprise me and it's both times the guy. But it's always like that.
Guys.
But my gosh, I don't know. I like Summer, but I don't know if Chance and Claire should be a thing though.
Chance and Claire. All right. That's interesting. I've never heard that one before.
I mean, listen, I listen, I love Haley Aaron. She's been a favorite of mine for years when I first met her when she first played Abby on the show.
Yeah, I learned that the other day too. That's nuts.
That was when I first met her, was when she was Abby before she went to GH and then came back on the show and fell in love with her then. So I was excited when she returned to the show, but I was also kind of going like, why isn't Chance and Claire a thing? That should be a thing.
I think Chance really enjoys what he has with Summer. I think it's like for once there's not a lot of drama involved. It seems very easy. She's definitely his type. I mean, I think, very similar to Abby, and I think that's his like, that was his girl. And so I really think he's enjoying his time with Summer right now. It just feels easy, and that's the way it should be.
Do you like playing the hero? Or do you like playing, or would you rather have played a character where it's the anti-hero, torture
We
you, the bad guy?
I do love anti-heroes. I mean, just thinking about all my favorite movies and some of my favorite characters, I love the anti-heroes. I've pitched Josh multiple times. I'm like, hey, I don't know if this makes any sense, but what if Chance had an evil twin, that just rolled into town out of nowhere? He shuts me down. He's like, no, absolutely not. We're not doing that. But I think it would be fun to be, you know, evil, be bad. That would be fun. I
I
like it
would
all, honestly.
I would love that for your character because when we watched Chance as a child, one of the child actors, and you're also playing a part that Penn Badgley played.
Yep.
So but
Love that guy.
getting well, of course, and
He's man.
let's be real here, but but seeing this character, especially when the child actors played him and having that Nina-esque vibe to him at the time, because Nina was also someone who was not a heroine. She was also the bad girl. Can I? It's my show. I can say it. She was a bitch. So we love that about her.
Hey
And
man, that's my mom.
I mean, listen, I told her to her face
Yeah.
too. Trisha's been on my show, and I said that flat out to her on
Watch
this.
what you say about my mama.
She took it as a compliment. So
Yeah, she probably like that.
I'm kind of sitting there going like, this is Jill's grandson. This is Nina's son. Where is that where is this guy who should be like hell hath no fury attitude? That's how I see Chance, and I feel like you would play that so well.
Well, I think you are in store for a little bit of that. I think Chance, I think he's coming into his own again. He's really at this point in his life, I think he's saying, excuse my language, but F it a lot. He's saying, why not? I'm just gonna kind of shoot for the stars and see what happens. And he's not really afraid of hurting anybody's feelings anymore. So I think you can expect a little bit of that coming up.
Okay, that's a little good. I'm happy for that because we need to see that in that character. So thank you for telling me that. Looking
Right.
forward to that. How did you even get into the acting field? What drove your passion to start?
Well, shoot, man, this started long time ago. I always acted when I was a kid. Always, if I had a chance to get in a theater arts class, I was in it. I always had a good time in there. I was the kid though, because I was an athlete. I played sports, since I was
Yes. Yeah.
in second grade or something like that, first or second grade. And so that was my life. That's what I wanted to do. That's what I was committed to. That's what I was kind of planning on doing as I got older. But I always enjoyed theater arts. I always had fun. But I was the kid in class that would audition for the scenes or for the characters with like two, three lines, right? Like two scenes. It was like that's a breeze. All right. I don't even have to study. I didn't know my lines, right? And then every time I got on stage, it wouldn't even be a comedy, but I try to just get as many laughs as I could. I try to be as ridiculous as possible.
So nothing's changed from that point to
And
now.
nothing has
Noted.
changed.
Noted.
Exactly. Tried to be a little bit more professional through the years, but back then, no, I didn't care. And so that's kind of where the seeds were planted. As I got older, me and my buddies were in that YouTube era where we were really, really, really trying to be YouTube famous and pop off virally somehow.
Uh, yep.
And that kind of, that developed into like us doing little skits or, me writing out like a funny commercial, like a spoof commercial that we would film. And then, yeah, through college, was still playing ball. And my senior year, I graduated early and I redshirted, so I had a year of football left, and I could take whatever classes I wanted. And I took strictly acting and theater and film study classes just in case. And once that year got done, I was like, why not? Let's go do it. Let's move out west and give this a go. And
How
here we are.
difficult how difficult was it to make that transition for you starting out, like trying to get those jobs, that steady work?
Yeah, I mean, it was tough just deciding to do it too. I really love football, and like, if you go ask 10-year-old Connor what's he want to do when he gets older, he want to be a football player. And
Yeah.
so, giving that up and kind of accepting my fate at the time and trying to pivot, it was tough. But I felt something. There was something like in here, as cliche as it sounds. It was like, dude, go do it. And
Yeah.
my dad kind of pushed me too. There was a little bit of him that was like, hey, I always kind of wanted to do that when I was 18, not go to college, just go be a movie star out, west in LA. He was like, why not, man? If you got the fire, go for it. But yeah, when I got out here, it was just kind of spitballing and winging it, trying to get on set, trying to build a resume, get an agent. And yeah, this got us this far.
Got you this far. Listen, your family is a big support system for you. I mean, listen, I love Gina, and Gina is my girl
Yeah, yeah. I was just talking to her. I was like, I'm gonna be on with Nav today.
now. I was gonna actually text her after this, and I was gonna tell her, "Oh, by the way, I talked to your son just now." No, no, no joke, but no, Gina is great, and I love how her and your sister and your dad they support you along the way. They visit you on the set. I love the fact that they are behind you, and it's just great to see whenever I get the chance to see it.
Yeah, they're my biggest cheerleaders. They watch all the bad stuff I do and they shoot me straight and they're committed.
They're from Texas. I think they would.
They're
If it
committed.
wasn't for your mom, I wouldn't have seen the videos you've just done on Instagram for the new UV. Is it UV TV?
Oh, UVTV. Yeah, it's a cool little app that's on the upcome right now. Yeah. Pulled out
I
my best Ryan Reynolds. I don't know.
You're like, I love the one where we're going like these famous Ryans, and you completely, it was like in the video, completely admitted the one in particular where I was like, huh, I wonder why. But but yeah, thank you to her for it because it's like that algorithm on Instagram is so freaking weird. But it's
Yeah.
just like when I noticed that she liked it, and then I was going like, what is this? And then that was literally how I saw it. And then of course after that, then I started seeing it on Twitter, and people were talking about it, and I was just like, yeah, now that I know about it, now I'm gonna see it. But that was
Well, that's
a
fun.
nice
Yeah,
thing.
they're a good little crew over there. That was a fun shoot. They're good riders, you know. It was fun doing that.
I was kind of wondering if that was improvised by you or it was just
Oh, no, no, no. Yeah, they wrote most of it. I threw like some little quirks in there for the most part, but majority of the time I was just reading. I was reading the script.
okay, okay. Yeah, very curious about that. And it's just all these guitars in your room right now. I'm just like staring at them.
Yeah, you're in my man cave right now.
Is this the man cave? This is the man cave. Okay.
Moved in with my girlfriend, and I came in with a bunch of stuff, and she was like, "No, you're not gonna put that anywhere." So it's all in the cave.
Not surprised because I've
Yeah,
talked to Carly and that sounds just
yeah.
about right.
All my posters, guitars, the hats, the skateboards, football. It's all in the
Listen, she
cave.
had to give you something. You're
Hey, yeah, I was thankful to get the cave, man. This is my
listen,
like,
I would have commissioned it and probably would have been that friend and went like, listen, you're having him test your stuff with your skincare. You need
yeah,
to give him a man cave. So
yeah. Brought in like my giant poster of Clint Eastwood. I was like, we're gonna put this. She's like, in the
no,
cave.
in the cave.
Nowhere.
She at least gave you that. I was scared she was about to say no, it's going in
I
the
know.
trash. So how often have you been playing with your guitars? Are you still
Yeah, yeah, it's like almost everyday thing for me. Man, I don't know if you've ever heard Michael Graziadei play guitar, but boy, can he jump after it. And
I
for everybody
knew he
who
played
doesn't
guitar,
know,
but
that's Daniel.
I've never watched or heard him play.
There, you know what? One of the coolest things about being on set, I love this so much. There's like this little corner of the set where all these guitars and amps and every kind of musical instrument you can think of is kind of positioned, right? And during our like our breaks, all the camera guys, some of the crew members, everyone comes over and they have like a little 5 minute jam session.
Yeah,
So I'll go over there every now and then and listen. And I've jumped in once or twice, but everyone's really good. Will, the guy that play or the he runs one of the cameras. He's phenomenal. He's taught me a lot. Michael Graziadei, I don't know what he's doing not being in a band because he can just absolutely rip it. And so it's been fun learning from them, while I'm at work. But
that's
yeah,
great.
I try to jump on these things every day, man. I'm trying to be Eddie Van Halen.
That's pretty awesome though. And as you said, Graz, I knew he played. I never heard him play, but I would
He can
definitely love that opportunity.
he can just shred. It's unreal how fast he is.
Oh my gosh, I need to hear him play. So
Yeah,
now
he's
I
he's
gotta get him
phenomenal.
back on the show and be like, listen, I need you to play a song like right
Have
now.
him play. I know.
We're gonna make that happen, guys. I'm just saying. But speaking of on the set, when you first got there on the show, who was probably that one person? It could be people, but one person who kind of had you go under their wing.
Oh, Ordway for sure. Melissa Ordway.
Alyssa?
She was my girl, and it was fun too, just because I was working with her every day, and it wasn't even work. It was just fun. Like we would just hang out, have a good time, talk about the scene, try to make each other laugh.
Yeah,
But she kind of showed me the ropes. She showed me where everybody ate. Everybody would like during lunch go over to this restaurant. She took me with her, and so it was fun. She really showed me how to fit in.
oh, that's good. And nervousness pretty much
Yeah,
went
and
away.
dude, I was so nervous. I thought I was gonna have to like, I was a new kid on the block. I thought I was gonna have to roll up and kick somebody's ass and prove myself or something.
I don't think in daytime you have to do that.
Yeah, I don't think that's
I mean,
it.
listen, with soaps, I commend you guys so much for what you do because that's so much dialogue you have to do in a day. And, between 40 to 50, sometimes 80 pages
Dude,
per day, you guys got to memorize. And it's such I feel like a difficult medium. And that's why I'm like, if anybody's in the soap game, I try not to knock them because I know how tough it is. I know the struggle of it. And you guys pull it off so effortlessly on this show in particular with Y&R, and I can't deny Y&R has been my love for quite some time, and
You were gonna say number one, weren't you?
I was a CBS. I am a CBS boy. I'm
You
not
were
gonna
gonna
front.
say it, man.
I try. I'm so embarrassed that you caught me. I'm
Let
not.
everybody know on the record, Y&R is the buzz is number one.
I God, I can't even lie anymore.
No, man, that's one thing that I don't think soaps get enough recognition for is just the amount of material that we're busting out in a day. And like, I can't really speak for those big productions, but on everything that I filmed, we are maybe shooting 10 pages a day, maybe. That seems like a big day. And so the fact that we sometimes pump out 2 episodes, 120 pages or something like that, it's nuts.
So you are still doing 2 episodes a day on one day of the week.
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes we just did it the other day.
I don't understand how you guys can get through that so so well. Like for
Yeah.
me, I feel like if that were me, I would be on the struggle bus. I'm sorry, not sorry.
It's a
I
well-oiled machine for sure.
I could not, I don't think I could do it. I literally feel like I would be the guy getting on the set and messing up his lines. And especially
Yeah.
now where there's really no retakes at all. You go
Yeah.
in, you block, and that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. There's no retakes at all. You just gotta pump it out and keep going.
But that's what I had to learn when I first got on set. I preparation. You got to be prepared, and I don't want to be a delay. I don't want to cause any kind of delay to this well-oiled machine that is Y&R. And so, yeah, once I kind of got I figured that out. That's
You
how I
figure
knew
that out.
right there. It was like, all right, I gotta do my homework. I can't show up ill-prepared, or I will be that guy that doesn't know his lines. It's going to cause
Yeah.
some kind of delay.
Yeah. How much of, because I know sometimes actors do and don't, and that's okay. But the research on the Chance character, did you know about him when you came on the show? After you came on the show, did you do like a history lesson on the character? Like how?
So when I originally auditioned for Noah. And so
Really?
I went in there and auditioned for Noah. Um, Little side story. I knew Rory
Hmm.
uh, from years before. We worked at Barry's boot camp together. And so it was kind of cool seeing him. And I'm very happy that
Barry's,
he got
not
that,
Barry's boot camp. Oh
Barry's
man.
boot camp, baby.
Uh, that was my
Yeah.
boy Derek DeGrazio who worked there a long time ago. Yeah.
I got fired from Barry. That's another story for you. But anyways, originally auditioned for Noah, didn't get that. They called me a week later and they were like, "We got another role we want to bring you in for." They sent me the breakdown. I think his name was Mark, and it was like a very vague description of this guy. And so I studied, I did my homework. I went in there to read, and I don't know if you know this story as well, but I bumped into Melissa in the kind of waiting room, lobby area, whatever you want to call it. And we're sitting there together, and she looked at me. She was like, "Are you auditioning today?" And I was like, "Yeah." And she was like, "What's the character?" And I was like, "Mark." And she was like, "Let me see the sides." And I showed it to her,
Uh-huh.
and she was like, "No, you're reading for my husband. His real name is Chance, and he's ex friggin' CIA. He's a
Yeah.
war hero. He worked undercover." And I was like, "What?" Because that wasn't in any of the breakdown. And so I'm like, "Oh my God, this is what they told me. I didn't get any of this. Is this a
Yeah.
mistake?" She was like, "No, it's probably just dummy stuff."
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so within that like 15-minute span of me just sitting there, I was like, "Okay, let me rethink this a little bit and make some different choices. This guy is a
Yeah.
lot more badass than I thought he was." And so, yeah, I honestly think that helped me going into that audition, and Melissa just giving me that intel.
That's
And then afterwards, yeah, they gave me the actual breakdown of Chance. They gave me like a full history lesson. We got a girl that I can email if I have any, history questions, which I do constantly.
yeah.
Excuse me. And yeah, so I immediately was like, well, shit, I got to figure out how to become a CIA
A
agent,
CIA agent.
undercover war hero. I got to do my research. So I hit the ground running, man.
That's pretty cool. That I'd never heard that story with Melissa at all. So That's some pretty cool intel because I always I and like I said, it's okay if they don't. But I always love hearing about when there are recasts for a role, especially a role that has ties to the canvas somehow.
Yeah.
If they did their research and their history on said character and try to incorporate it in some way into their performance. So I thought,
Yeah.
yeah, just wanted to ask that
Well,
because I was like,
with Chance too, I mean, when I first got on, he was coming back from that mission, right?
mhm.
And they were kind of hinting that, PTSD is going to come. He's
I
going to
thought
get
that.
kind of
No, I
messed
literally thought
up.
that.
And the cool thing, Tony Moreno, our EP at the time, he was like, this guy is, Chance. He was like, he's totally different from the other Chance. Like he's experienced this big thing, so he's going to come back a different person. So he was like, don't worry about what the other guy was doing. He has changed.
Mhm.
So play it like that. I was like, all right, cool.
Yeah, and it worked out. So
Yeah.
there it is. Who were your acting inspirations growing up?
Oh man, how
Mm.
much time you got? The ones that
I'm free all day, so
Yeah, I can talk about this all day. The ones that have really made an impact. My dad showed me all those Clint Eastwood movies really early on.
why did I have a feeling that was going to be your
Yeah,
answer?
yeah. I'm a big Eastwood guy. I love everything that he's done. McConaughey's been a big one for me just because with the Texas roots. I just think he's one of the coolest dudes ever too. And so,
So I will tell you a story about him, but continue.
I want to hear this now.
Okay.
McConaughey. Who else? Bradley Cooper's up there for me. I think
Okay.
he's Yeah, Gosling, Denzel is amazing. I mean, if you want to talk new age, I really like what Austin Butler's doing. Yeah, the list goes
That's a
on
good
forever.
one.
Keanu
That's
Reeves,
yeah,
Sean Penn, I think is amazing. Yeah, I mean, all the greats, man.
dude. That's a good list. My story. Okay. So last
Oh,
year, it was literally
man.
last year this time, and McConaughey was in Jersey for a book tour. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna let me see if I can meet McConaughey in it. Tickets came out. I was immediately able to get one. It wound up selling out as soon after I bought it.
Yeah,
So come time, get there, pouring rain, legitimately pouring rain. I'm have no umbrella. I'm standing outside with probably about 1,000 other people, standing in line, and then we get inside and I meet the man, myth, legend just standing there. And he literally puts his arm on my shoulder and he sees my shirt, which says the audacity. But I said, no, don't say that. Say all right for me.
right.
And he did. So he
Yeah,
did. We took the picture. I have it in my canvas, and I'm just sitting there going like, dude, you're freaking amazing.
yeah. Man, I'd really enjoyed meeting him and just talk to him. You know, I feel like he's probably got the best kind of
He's
advice,
so
best
he's
stories.
so chill and laid back. Like I literally
Yeah,
never would have imagined ever meeting anybody that just he literally did not have a care in the world. He literally loved everybody. And I'm sitting there
yeah,
going, I really would like to be that in my
yeah.
life. When I grow up, I would like to be you for
So
as far as having that kind of a personality.
funny
But
enough, my dad went to UT, right? And my dad is a little bit, I think he's like 4 years older than McConaughey, maybe three. But my dad's senior year of college, McConaughey was a freshman, and McConaughey joined his frat, right?
mm,
Dad was like, I didn't really know him. I didn't really like, interact with him very much. But I do remember that when we were like, whatever they do, they were trying to pick who they were going to take on. You know what I'm saying? I was in
like the
frat. I don't know.
pledges or
Yeah,
something
the
like that.
pledges. Yeah, the pledges. They were trying to, choose who they were going to take, and they needed one more. And they were like, who do we take? I don't know. And they were like, well, what about this kid that talks? He's from Australia. He has an Australian accent. We'll just take that kid. And it was McConaughey. And apparently he would walk around and talk in an Australian accent or something. He lived in Australia, so I don't know if he was coming straight from there and like picked up a bit of an
Picked up
accent.
the dialect from, yeah.
Yeah. My dad was like, this guy was always talking like an Aussie.
I could see that.
Yeah, good actor.
Yeah, that's method acting right there. No,
Yeah, he's a good actor.
he's literally one of the best. I can't ever speak negatively about him at all. And when people ask me what he was like when I was standing next to him and getting the chance to at least speak with him, everybody was always asking, "What was he like? Is he really nice?" I feel like he's this really nice guy. I was like, honestly, what you see is what you get.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah, he
There's
seems
no.
pretty genuine.
Yeah, there's no facade anywhere when it comes to McConaughey at all. It's what you see right in front of you. He's literally this guy, and
I actually watched a lot. I'm rewatching it again right now. I watched a lot of True Detective to get into that like detective mindset for Chance because I think he absolutely crushed that.
literally, I mean, he has the skills. Like, why couldn't he do that?
Yeah.
That would be pretty interesting. But this was fun. I really was happy you got the chance to be here and spending this time with me and getting to talk to me. And we're going to do this again. I
Yeah,
have
man. You let me know. I'm always game. I appreciate you. Anything you're doing, I'm showing up.
Conner Floyd, everybody. Thank you so much.
See it.
Many thanks to Conner Floyd for stopping by the Buzzcast and chatting with me today. I was so happy we finally got the chance to get him here. He's been one of my favorites since he came on the scene as Chance 3 years ago. I can't believe he's celebrating his third year with The Young and the Restless. It's amazing how time has been flying, but that's going to do it for us here right now at The Buzz. Make sure you follow our guest on the socials at Connor G. Floyd on Instagram. I'm Navell J. Lee. You can also follow me on the socials as well at BuzzNav on Instagram, Buzzworthy Radio on X, formerly known as Twitter, and you can like us on our Facebook page. You can go to our website at buzzworthyradiocast.com to keep getting the latest buzz with Buzzworthy Radio, along with downloading our shows on either Amazon Music or iHeartRadio. We'll see you guys next time. Take care.